Adding and subtracting polynomials. Now this is somewhat review because we've seen polynomials before. Example of a polynomial. An example of a polynomial is something like this. 3x to the fourth plus 7x minus 4x squared plus 3. All right, how many terms do I have here?
You have 4.
4 terms. Do you guys see that? Yes? All right, so this next piece we're going to write here is write in standard form. How do you write this in standard form? Does anybody know what it means to write in standard form? Simple. Okay. Well, it would imply to first simplify, but are there any like terms here? They're not. It means to write in descending order. So your largest exponent goes first, and then you just go down from there. So what would be the first term? Largest. Okay. Your largest exponent goes first. So what would it be? All right. What's the next largest exponent? 7x or 4x squared? Minus 4x squared, and then 3 or 7x? 7x, and then the constant always goes at the end, the constant being the one with no x. Did you put your name and your scores? Just put it right there. I'll get them. Thank you. All right.
Adam's getting medicine for his mom.
Okay. Does this make sense? All right. Degree. Degree is a concept you will not only use in this class, but you'll use next year in Math 3. You'll use it in advanced math, in calculus. Degree. Please put your phones away. The degree is the value of the largest exponent. The value of the largest exponent. All right, so what is the value? Okay, I have exponents here. This one has x to the 0. This has x to the 1, x to the second, and x to the fourth. Which one's the largest here? This one has the largest exponent. What's the value of that largest exponent? 4. So up here you would say the degree is 4. Okay, degree is what? The value of the largest exponent. All right. Now, we're going to talk about monomials, binomials, trinomials, and so forth. A monomial versus a binomial. All right. Anybody know? Have you guys heard these words before? This means one term. This means binomial. Bi means 2. So 3x would be an example of a monomial. Why is it an example of a monomial? Because there's only one term. A binomial would be something like this, 3x plus 5. That is a binomial because it has how many terms? 2. Anyone know what the next one is called with 3? Trinomial. And a trinomial has, bless you, has how many terms?
3.
Okay, I'm going to change this. You can write it down with me because the change I'm going to make is just adding something to it. This is not a trinomial. Can anybody tell me why this is not a trinomial? Because these are like terms. Can I combine those together? Don't do it. If I were to combine them together, what would I get? I mean, do it in your head, but don't write it down. What do we get? 2x. 2x plus 1 is a trinomial or a binomial? Okay, so do you see that? All right, so what I was going to add was a 5x squared. Now is it a trinomial? Yes, because none of them are what?
Like terms.
Like terms. None of them are like terms. 3 different terms. Is this in standard form? Meaning largest exponent and then smaller.
Isn't there still like a 1? I'll see it.
There is a 1 here. Now, can I add these exponents like we did last unit? No, because you only add exponents when you're multiplying. Am I multiplying here? No. So are there any like terms? There are not. What's the degree here? Degree equals 2. What's the degree here?
1.
Equals 1. What's the degree on this one?
1.
1. Degree is the value of the largest exponent. Got it? All right. 4-term polynomial. There's no special name past a trinomial, so 4-term polynomial, 5-term polynomial. What is it? Quadnomial? All right, so let me give you an example of one. 7x to the third minus 3x squared plus 5x plus 1. Why is this a 4-term polynomial? There's no like terms, and it has 4 terms. All right. What is the degree?
3.
Degree is 3. Now, I could have easily have made this, don't change it on yours, but I could have easily wrote it this way. Is it still a 4-term polynomial? But this degree would be what? 5. All right. So what's the degree again? The value of?
3.
That's 3, but what's the definition? The value of the largest exponent. All right. Questions? Okay. We are going to start examples. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to write in standard form. What does it mean to write in standard form? Descending order. All right. Then name each polynomial. Based on the degree and number of terms. All right, number 1. Seven x plus 4x to the third plus 2x squared minus 5. All right, so let's say I gave you a test question and you had to do all this work, and in the end I said, write your answer in standard form. And this is your answer, and this is what you write for me on the test. Would I mark it wrong? Yes, because if I'm asking for it in standard form, is this standard form? No. So standard form, you write the largest exponent first, and then descend. Go ahead and do that now. What would come first?
4, 3.
I'll start you off. You continue. We ready? All right, 4x cubed plus what?
2x2
2x squared, that's that gone, that's gone. Minus 5 or plus 7x?
plus 7x.
And then minus, all right, that's the first answer. That's the one in standard form. All right, now I heard degree 3. Do you guys agree the degree is 3? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, degree is 3 because that's the value of the largest exponent. And how many terms? Does that one have a special name, or is it just 4-term polynomial? 4-term polynomial. I will tell you this, degree 3 does have a special name. Does anybody know what the special name is? Starts with the C. Cubic. It's a cubic. So I heard somebody say that. Somebody said cube. Was that you, Bradley? Correct. Cubic function. All right. So There's a special name when the degree is 3 and the degree is 2. We'll talk about the 2, 1 in just a second. If the degree is 3, what do we call it? Cubic function. Got it?
Wait. Can I ask you?
Yeah, I wasn't moving it. I was just moving my stuff, sorry. And we also have a special name when the degree is 1. We'll talk about that one as well. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to tell you what number 2 is then. Well, some people are finishing this one up. -3 plus 5x. That's it. -3 plus 5x. Write it in standard form. And then state the degree and the number of terms.
-3.
Plus 5x. -3 plus 5x. That's the next one. Number 2 is -3 plus 5x. Okay, are we ready for me to move it?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I just came late. So if you
It's
want me
okay.
to-
It's okay, it's okay. I'm sure they're working on the other one already. Do you have this stuff down? Oh, number 2 is -3 plus 5x. Where are you at, Cody?
I'm getting down 4x, but
This piece right here?
Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
Okay. Just make sure you understand it, because I know you're writing it kind of quickly. Gentlemen, what's going on? Even though you can't see it, I told you what it was. Can anybody tell me the right order for number 2? 5x minus 3, box that in. What is the degree? And is it a monomial, binomial, trinomial? What is it? Binomial. Yes, I'm going to move it over right now.
What do you call the one again?
I haven't told you yet. All right. Yes, we'll write them all down. When it was a degree of 3, it was called the what? Cubic. When it's a degree of 1,
Wait, so so you can only write why did you write 4-term polynomial underneath cubic function?
because it says name each polynomial based on the degree and the number of terms. Number of terms is
okay.
3, which makes it cubic. It's 4 terms. I'm going to move this over.
Yeah.
What do I say?
Just the top.
I'm gonna go get your Yes. 5-term polynomial, 6-term polynomial. All right, guys, a good question was asked. What if there's more than 4 terms? Again, what did I say?
5-term nominal.
There's no special name, but just 5-term polynomial, a 6-term polynomial. All right, so degree 1. Are you guys done? Degree 1 has a special name. It is called linear. A linear function.
Near pair.
All right, so there's 2 names, linear function and a binomial. All right, number 3. -8 minus 6x squared plus 2x. Standard form, and then label it. Or name it.
So the function is based off the degree?
The function name is based off the degree. Binomial is just monomial, binomial, trinomial, blah, blah, blah. But this name comes from the degree. And there's only a special name when the degree is 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, and the binomial and trinomial goes based off the
Number of terms.
number of terms?
So 2 terms,
Okay.
binomial. Now you could have a 1-term polynomial that's still linear or still cubic. The degree is what determines linear or cubic. All right, correct form, negative 6 squared, 6x squared plus or minus what? Plus 2x and then minus 8. All right, what's the degree? And did I say there was a special one for 2? It is called a quadratic function. Quadratic. And it is a word you need to know because all of our next unit is quadratic functions. Our next 2 units are quadratic
Wait, but
functions.
why is it called quadratic function if it's only 2?
It's not meaning 4. Quadratic means the squared. It's coming from the
Oh, okay. Square.
yeah. All right. What is it? Monomial, binomial, trinomial? Trinomial. What is it that determines whether it's quadratic or cubic or linear?
The degree.
The degree, not the trinomial or binomial or monomial. Got it? Yes?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to quickly write here what it was. When the degree is 1, what do we call it?
Linear.
Linear function. When the degree is 2,
Quadratic.
quadratic function. And when the degree is 3,
Cubic.
cubic function. All right, number 4. Negative 3x to the 5th minus 7x to the 5th plus 3x squared minus 4 plus x cubed. All right, does anybody know what happens on this one?
It would be negative 10x5.
All right, are there like terms?
Yeah.
If there are like terms, do you have to clean that up first?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 5-term polynomial, would that be wrong? Is this really a 5-term polynomial?
No.
No, because there are like terms. And these 2 like terms, does that have the largest exponent? So should that go first?
Yeah.
All right, negative 10x to the 5th plus 3x squared or x cubed?
X cubed.
I
X
have a
cubed,
question.
yes.
So let's say it's negative 3x to the 3rd and negative 7x to the 4th.
You
Would that-
can't add them together.
Okay.
In order to add, you have to have they need to be like terms, sorry.
Variable and
Yes.
exponent, but the number, the coefficient doesn't matter.
Correct. All right, so could I add x5 with the x squared? No.
Why'd the x cube go there?
Okay, so instead of the 3x squared? Can anybody answer that? Well, I just kind of wrote it as he was talking.
Bigger exponent.
The bigger exponents. You go in order from the exponents. So 5, 3, 2, no exponent. So biggest exponents and then go down. Got it? Okay, okay, let me box this in first.
And if there is no exponent, you just go by the one with the variable to not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, if there is no exponent, like, let's see, did we have one? Right here. There is an exponent, it's 1. So 5x minus 3.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
If
The constant always goes last.
if 2 terms have the same exponent but they're not like terms, do you do the one with the bigger coefficient first?
You go alphabetical. Is that what you're asking?
Alphabetical.
Alphabetical.
So like,
Are there x's and y's?
yeah,
Then you go alphabetical.
okay.
All right. Simplify. But it looks like you're ahead of me because I'm going to get there.
Okay.
All right. Simplify.
Okay, wait, are we gonna, what was that?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right. Degree is what?
5.
Do we have a special name for that?
No.
No, it's just degree 5. How many terms?
4 term.
4-term polynomial. Again, 5-term polynomial, 6-term polynomial, depending on what it is. All right, simplify, write in standard form.
We only have 3 names for the different types of degrees.
Yes, and they're all linear functions, quadratic functions, cubic functions. Write in standard form. Number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I added these two terms to, yeah. Okay. 7x squared plus 7x squared. Are they like terms?
Yeah.
Now, are they like terms because they both have the 7s in the front?
No.
Or are they like terms because they're both x squareds? It's the x squareds that make them like terms. The coefficients do not have to be the same. So what's 7x squared plus 7x squared?
14x.
Most common wrong answer I get on the test is that. And it most likely would have that as a distractor, and a lot of kids write that. Is that right? No. I only add exponents when I'm multiplying. Am I multiplying here? No. So x squared stays x squared. It didn't ask me to label. Oh, is this in standard form if there's only one term?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I had to label, what would this be? Monomial or binomial?
This one.
One term, so it is monomial. Yes? What's the degree? So what special name does it have? Quadratic. Got it? All right, number 2. 5x cubed minus 13x cubed. Are those like terms?
Yes.
Yeah. Are these like terms? So when I add the coefficients. What's 5 plus negative 13, or 5 take away 13? Negative 8x to the third. The exponents do not change when you're adding like terms. Are we clear on that? All right, we're ready for a bigger problem. Y cubed minus 5y squared minus 3 in parentheses. That was y cubed minus 5y squared minus 3 in parentheses. Take away parentheses 6y cubed plus 4 minus 7y squared. I need you guys to stop the goofing around. We're paying attention. What? Nothing? You love math? Is that what you're about to say? Thank you. All right. Now, again, this is not a multiplication problem. Kids see the double parentheses and they think, oh, it's triple distribution. No, what do I have in between? That means this polynomial take away this polynomial. But when I'm subtracting a polynomial, what do I have to do with that negative sign? I heard one person say it. Distribute. Distribute. Do you see that distribution property? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get y cubed stays, minus 5y squared stays, and minus 3 stays. Everything else is going to change because of the negative. What is it? Negative 6y cubed. What's next? Negative 4, and then positive 7y squared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6-term polynomial because I'm done? Yes or no?
No.
No, what do I still have to do?
I have to combine like terms.
Okay, now as I combine like terms, I want to put them in order at the same time. What is the largest exponent here? 3. So that one's going first. Y cubed, I'm going to underline. Is there any other y cubed in the problem?
Yes.
Okay. The coefficient here is 1, and the coefficient there is negative 6. What's 1 plus negative 6, or 1 minus 6? Negative 5y cubed. All right, what would come next? The constant or the squares?
squared.
All right, so I have a negative 5y squared and a positive 7y squared. Negative 5 and positive 7 make negative or positive what?
Negative
Positive 2.
Positive 2?
Positive 2y
2y to the
squared.
second, 2y squared, and then my constants are minus 3, negative, excuse me, thank you. Negative 3 and negative 4, and that combines to be negative.
7.
Now, I often have kids say, well, 2 negatives make a positive. Is that true when you're adding?
No, that's
Adding, you add 2 negatives, it's negative. When does 2 negatives make a positive? Multiplying. And we're not multiplying here, we're adding like terms. All right, what type of function is this because the degree is 3? Degree 3 is a cubic, and I heard you guys say it is a trinomial because there's 3 terms. Do you guys agree? All right. X, yes. What? I know, I'm going to pick it up. X plus 8y plus parentheses 3x minus 14y. Multiplication? No. Even though it looks like double distribution, is this double distribution? No, because there's an addition sign there. Just like up here when you distribute, what happens when you distribute a positive sign? Does anything change? No. So is it pretty much the same as just dropping your parentheses? All right, so it's just telling us this binomial plus this binomial ends up being what? All right, so the question here is, do we have multiple variables? Are the degrees the same? Degree 1, degree 1?
Yeah.
All right, so then you go alphabetical. What comes first? X, so I'm going to put the x's first. 1x and 3x make what? 4x. And then 8y and negative 14y make negative 6y. And that is your answer. We would not name the degree here. But is it a monomial, binomial, trinomial, 4-term, 5-term? What is it? Binomial. Questions? Make sense?
How much more do we have?
That's it for this lesson.
Okay.